By 2042, there will be no single majority demographic.
People of color will comprise more than 50% of the U.S. population.
By 2050, 1 in 4 people living in the U.S. will be Hispanic.
Disabilities affect 1/5 of all Americans.
There are an estimated 9 million lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgendered persons in the U.S.
Women earn the majority of doctoral degrees awarded in the United States.
There are 12 classical world religions currently being practiced in America.
VA ranks first among non-defense agencies
in the hiring of disabled veterans.
56% of employees believe
VA policies and programs promote diversity in the workplace.
57% of VA employees believe that managers, supervisors, team leaders
work well with employees of different backgrounds.
There are currently 4 generations
in the VA's workplace.
The second largest of the 15 cabinet departments, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs has over 310,000 employees, all working to fulfill President Abraham Lincoln's promise to care for him who shall have borne the battle and for his widow and his orphan.
VA has the largest, most technologically advanced integrated healthcare system in the United States. As a major healthcare and benefits provider, VA must maintain a workforce that is reflective of the community of veterans and families that we serve. A diverse workforce, and must ensure that our employees are treated with fairness and dignity. An inclusive work environment, so that all employees can contribute to the maximum extent possible to the mission of the department and to the success of the organization.
Our nation's commitment to our veterans, to you and your families, is a sacred trust. And to me and my administration, upholding that trust is a moral obligation. That's why I've charged Secretary Shinseki with building a 21st century VA.
We're in the process of building that 21st century VA around these 3 guiding principles, one of which is being people-centric. Veterans and their families are the centerpiece of our mission and of everything we do. Equally essential are the people who are the backbone of the department, our talented and diverse workforce.
We have a workforce that is sensitive to the diverse needs of our veterans. We do that by making sure that we have people that look like the veterans, that look like American society, so that they can relate to the needs and the challenges that they too have faced.
The mission of VA's Office of Diversity and Inclusion, ODI, is to foster a diverse workforce and an inclusive work environment that ensures equal opportunity through national policy development, workforce analysis, outreach, retention, and education to best serve our nation's veterans.
When ODI first came together under its current structure, we modeled ourselves to be responsive to the 3 overarching strategic goals that are contained in our VA Diversity and Inclusion Strategic Plan. And those strategic goals are workforce diversity, workplace inclusion, and education and accountability. To that end, we have structured our office in ODI to mirror those goals and to assign teams to be dedicated to making sure those goals are met. Our first team is the workforce analysis team, and the function of that team is to look at the statistical makeup of VA, identify where possible barriers may exist to equal opportunity, and recommend strategies to address those barriers. Our second team, the outreach and retention team, really takes the ball from the workforce analysis team and now starts implementing those corrective strategies to assure that we eradicate barriers where they may exist and that we go a step further to reach as many diverse pockets of our global community as possible, including people with disabilities, and ensure that we are bringing them into our workforce. Our third and newest team is the Training and Communications team, which is responsible for educating our workforce on diversity and inclusion issues and increasing competencies in this very important area. This team issues policy statements, designs and delivers training, and produces a host of communications to ensure that we are promoting diversity and inclusion VA-wide.
Our vision is that VA is a leader in creating and sustaining a high-performing workforce by leveraging diversity and empowering all employees to achieve superior results in service to our veterans. We define diversity in its broadest context to include all that makes us unique, Only then will we be able to realize the full performance potential and competitive advantages of a diverse workforce. This is more than a legal or moral imperative. It is the business case for diversity and inclusion that ODI champions. We are proud to lead the effort in VA, and we are ready to support you in transforming VA.
All of us in VA understand the importance of diversity and inclusion and why it's important to that nurse who is serving veterans, or that claims examiner who is processing a claim for a veteran, and finally to that cemetery administrator who has the emotions of a family who is grieving in his or her hands. We want to make sure they all understand that diversity and inclusion is central to how well they do their job.
As a public service agency, diversity and inclusion must be the cornerstones of our human capital management strategy.
Working
Collaboratively
With you,
The highly dedicated employees, managers, and stakeholders of VA.
We will seize the challenges and opportunities
to sustain and create a diverse and inclusive workforce
that best serves our nation's most precious assets.
our veterans.
our veterans.
Our veterans.
Join us in this important journey.